Kom here with Studio Sweat and Studio Sweat On Demand, and I have the Master Mike here with me today.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and to everybody. It's going to be a wonderful 2017. I'm looking forward to it.
You know what's funny is I've been writing 2017 for the last 6 months.
Really?
Yes.
I usually go 3 months still writing 2016.
I know. I don't know why that is. I think it's a sign that 2017 is going to be an amazing year.
I do.
And I've been just raring for it to come. So, well, we did want to talk about goals today. I know it's a little bit cliche, but there's really no better topic as we come into the new year, and people are really into the New Year's resolutions.
I agree. And I think the first thing to do is you assess your successes from last year. Measure out your successes. What do you feel good about? What did you accomplish? Most people end the year by sort of being disappointed. Like, oh, I should have done this, or I should have done that, or I wanted to do this. It's like, but you didn't. What did you do?
That's a good point.
You know?
Someone asked me, this was a friend of mine who happens to be a vascular surgeon, and he asked me the other day, tell me something big that you did in 2016. What was one of the biggest things that you did in 2016? And I named something business related, forgetting that I got married. So so there was that too. And then they asked Brian, and he's like, "Oh, getting married," and I'm like, "Oh yeah,
me too."
There was that. Oops, I felt so bad. Anyway, so yeah, big things.
I would hope that the vascular surgeon has a goal of not losing people.
Yes, not losing patients.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let me share something personal. So last year I had a car accident, and so I was injured. And for the first time in my life, I've experienced weight gain, because I can't work out as much, and so I'm about 8 pounds heavier, and it may not show, but I feel it. It's so weird.
Yeah, I think you look great.
It just feels different.
Yeah.
So I'm going to set a goal, and it's not just to lose weight. My goal is going to be on the other side. It's going to be, what is it I can do to compensate for the loss of cardio work I've been able to do up to this point? What can I supplement and replace?
Okay.
So that's kind of exciting, because I'm looking forward to doing something different. It's not to lose the weight, it's just to replace what I haven't been able to do, and that's run.
Very cool.
So,
are you going to start running?
I don't know if I'm going to start running or I'm going to start hiking. And the other thing I'm going to do...
Because with your knee you can't. Right. Okay. Yeah.
The other thing I'm going to do, though...
You should try spinning.
Lifting. Yeah, I thought of that. I thought of getting on one of those bikes.
Yeah, good idea.
I feel like I might be okay doing that.
Okay.
But I'm going to start lifting. I'm going to start using weights. I really don't. I hardly ever do. And then I thin out too much if I cycle a lot.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
You know.
Well, and then if you're lifting, then the goal to lose weight might not work out so great either, because men are going to gain more muscle.
Gain more muscle mass. So that's why I said.
We should do a body fat test on you, and we should make it based on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're side noting.
Sorry. Yeah. So here's the deal. Again, my goal isn't just to lose weight. My goal is to figure out a way to create a new workout plan for this year.
Great.
And that's exciting.
So how are you going to do it?
Well, I'm going to first of all pick a number. And that's going to be the number of times a week I want to try something different. I'm going to pick 3. So 3 days a week, I'm going to do some sort of different workout. I'm going to start swimming again. I haven't done swimming for years.
Oh, so awesome.
And I love it. It's
beauty of San Diego. Yeah.
It's the one workout. The funny thing about swimming, it's the single worst thing to do to start getting into the water. But it's the absolute greatest feeling when you're done.
Yeah,
Any other workout.
Yeah.
There's no other workout that makes you feel that way.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. I'll do a swim. I'll do a hike.
Yeah.
Because I can't run, but I can hike.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I'll supplement some weights in there. So
I think that's great. And I think it's really important, and again, this might seem cliche, but to write down those goals. So if that's your goal, then write it down. You know, I know it goes back to elementary school, but chart it. You know, there's no better thing to me than if I don't see a check mark.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I see a check mark, I feel accomplished. That when it's just more tangible that way.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
I think it's great. If I plan on doing it 3 times a week, then it means I have about 150 opportunities to succeed during the year.
Now,
so start tracking them.
That's right. Are you thinking that 3 is realistic? Because do you have more of the mindset shoot for the moon, land, and the stars? Or?
No, I think 3 is realistic because I'm not counting the 2 to 3 classes a week I'm going to teach also.
Sure.
So that's 6. That's a lot. But.
So I think that the reason I asked that is because I do think it's really important to set realistic goals.
Yeah.
Because I mean, those people that are going from not working out at all to just diving in the water, I'll actually ask them to back off from that, because they're just setting themselves up for failure.
Right.
Based on experience and based on seeing it, if you overshoot, you're probably going to experience failure fairly quickly.
I agree. perfect illustration. If I get someone brand new into a class, a cycle class, I will tell them, if it's the first time you've ever done this, I only want you to ride for 20 minutes. At 20-minute mark, I want you to gear down and rest.
Sure.
And then we'll have a
So they
conversation.
can stay in the class. but
Exactly, because I don't want you thinking you have to ride for a full hour. That's not your goal. Your goal is to start.
Right.
And I think that's the important thing, is to start. If I pick 3 times a week, it doesn't mean I have to do a full hour. If I just do 15 minutes of something, that's a start. It's 15 more than I'm currently doing.
Sure,
So,
absolutely.
and that's really the essence of creating a goal, is it's the first step. The single most difficult thing to get people to do is to start.
That's true.
So.
That's right. Yeah, I have my sister-in-law that's going to start spinning. She just ordered her bike.
There you go.
And she's so excited. Mandy, I'm talking about you. I'm really excited for you. Anyways, I told her I'm picking your classes.
Good.
I'm personally handpicking the classes that she starts with, because I want to make sure they are the shorter classes.
Absolutely.
And if they are the longer classes, I'll say I want you to do the first 20 minutes of that class. And then, you know what, next week I want you to do another song. I want you to do the same class, but I want you to do 24 minutes instead.
great.
So, yeah, so setting realistic goals is really important.
And small increments. The last thing I'll say is, one of the things I tell people that are in the mindset of wanting to lose weight, I'll say, all you have to think about is the number 500. That's it, 500. That's 500 calories in a day.
Yeah.
You can either do it by subtraction, either don't eat that many more calories,
Don't eat.
or
That's our advice.
exercise, or a combination of both. But if you just hit that 500 calories, that's a pound a week.
Right.
That's 50 pounds in a year.
Right.
And you have about an 85% chance of keeping that weight off if you lose it slowly like that.
Right.
You do not want to lose it.
2 pounds or less per week
There
is
you go.
what's statistically shown to actually stick off. So those of you that watch shows like The Biggest Loser and think you're going to lose 8 pounds in a month, unless you have a personal chef and you don't have a job, you're not going to be able to experience more weight loss than that, and keep it off anyways. So keep your goals realistic.
Absolutely. And be prepared to have them change. You know, you start off the year trying to lose some weight, you work out in a class, you see how many calories you burn. As 6 months go by and you're getting in much better shape, you're not burning as many calories, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not working as hard.
Right, that happened to my sister.
And you're working more successfully.
Right.
You know, I always tell people, you want to burn more calories, gain some weight.
Sure. Well, and the heavier you are, the more calories you're going to
And it's proportional, right? You and I do the same workout, I'm going to burn more calories because I weigh more.
Total
But proportionally,
BS, which means you get to eat more too.
I get to eat more.
Yeah, but I do crush quite a bit of food. Absolutely. But I work hard for it, so. And that's one last thing that I want to talk about is the concept of a cheat day. We do know a lot of people that will say, oh, you know, I'm on this special diet, which can be fantastic and can be horrible. If it's a bad diet, it's a bad diet. Remember that. Next week, we're going to talk about the no sugar diet, by the way, which is, some people might call a fad diet, but really it's not a fad diet done right. So I'm going to bring Miriam in and we're going to talk about that next week. But anyways, the concept of a cheat day, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't understand the idea that you work hard for 6 days and then make yourself feel guilty by calling it a cheat day.
Yeah.
It's a reward day.
Yeah. I call it
it's a
Food
celebration.
Freedom Day.
Food freedom.
Food Freedom Day.
It's your way of saying, I deserve to treat myself to something that I enjoy on a limited basis as a reward for what I've done the other 6 days of the week.
Absolutely.
It should make you feel good.
And if you completely deny yourself, what I have found is that it makes me want it that much more. That's why in my family we have Donut Sunday, because I love donuts and I don't need them all week long because I know I get them on Sunday. As a matter of fact, some Sundays now I just don't even want them. But
we have Whiskey Wednesday.
I love it. We could come up with something for every single day, right?
Tequila Tuesday.
Okay. So anyways, those are the people that completely deny themselves. I usually find them in a closet with a bag of Oreos at some point. So be careful about that.
You don't want to do that.
It's not a cheat day if it's done right. So anyways, okay, you guys, let's wrap it up. Mike, I'm going to let you wrap this one up.
I want to wish everybody the best for this year, and remember, all great things have a starting point. And that's all we want you to do, is just start. Start and enjoy it. And if you stop along the way, don't feel guilty. Start again. It feels just as good to restart as it does to start.
And make sure that you start your classes at Studio Sweat or Studio Sweat on Demand. Happy New Year, guys.